Okay, so good morning, grade 6. Let's start our session with a prayer. Okay. So let's start with, since Alzate and Atienza. Is Atienza already here, Luis? Are you already here, Luis?
Here present.
Okay. Will you please lead us a prayer?
In the
Okay,
name of
let's
the
start.
Father, the Son. Remember, O most gracious Virgin Mary, that never was it known that anyone who fled to your protection, implored your help, or sought your intercession was left unaided. Inspired by this confidence, I fly unto you, O Virgin of Virgins. My Mother, to you I come, before you I stand sinful and sorrowful. O Mother of the world incarnate, despise not my petitions, but in your mercy hear and answer me. Amen.
Okay, thank you so much, Luis. Okay, next time you read the prayer uh, a bit slower. Okay. Anyway, going back to the attendance. Alzate, yeah, let's just have a roll call again. Say present if you're already here. Alzate, Edgar Kaiser, Edgar Kaiser.
Present daw po siya, sabi.
Okay. Ryan, I already saw Ryan. Mr. Cappuccino, Cappuccino. Jorel, Jorel. People speak. Okay, Jorel, your camera and your audio are not on. Jorel, will you please say present so that I can consider you as present? Okay, Norvin, Olo. Okay, he's in the waiting room. By the way, class, is Angela going to your classes? Have you seen her last week?
Sir, di ko alam kasi di din siya nagre-recite. Sir, sino po? Angela Manipon or Angela Lu?
Manipon.
Sir, di po kasi siya nagre-recite. Di ko alam kung nag-attend ba siya, sir.
Opo, sir, minsan.
Minsan lang.
Twice na to eh. Di ba nung nag-zoom tayo last time, she's not around also.
Sir, minsan
Alzate?
po, science, sir, nag-attend siya.
Okay. Ayan, present na si Mr. Alzate. Angela. 30. Wala pa rin. Okay, cappuccino. Wala pa rin. Jorel, you say present. I will not consider you as present. Hindi ka naman nagsasalita. Malay ko ba kung pumasok ka lang tapos iniwan mo na yung device mong naka-on. Jorel, can you hear us?
Teacher Jenny,
Yes po. Yes.
Teacher Jenny, yung internet
Yes, Luis, I cannot hear what you're saying. Yung internet. Luis.
ano po mahina, kaya po minsan hindi ko po kayo maintindihan.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then you may just watch the recording if that happens para ma-check mo pa rin yung ibang parts kung sakali. Okay. Nasaan na yun? Jorel? Jorel, come on. We don't have so much time. We cannot just wait for you. Sige, I'll tell to the attendants that you are not present because you are not speaking. You're not talking, not turning on his camera. You used to speak naman ah. Bakit? What happened? Okay, anyway. We're done with the memorary. For today's lesson class, ayan, I assume that you already saw this one. We're going to talk about writing one's opinion. Okay. So before anything else, let me ask you this few questions. Okay. So for the questions, okay, for the first question, when was the last time you gave an opinion? How did the person accept your comment? Were you misunderstood or understood? Okay. So as what we all know, class, there are two ways on how we can tell our opinion. Okay. Written and verbally, right? Okay. So when was the last time you gave an opinion? Anyone who would want to give his or her experience about giving opinion? Okay, Tamara. Tamara is raising her hand.
Sure, last night.
Okay, what happened last night, Tamara? Will you share it to the class?
Sure, di ba, Ate
Okay, in
Ara,
English, please.
eh,
In English.
sure, Ate Ara last night, she was counting the perfumes,
Okay, she was counting the
our
perfumes.
perfumes, and she has a problem when or where she will put the perfume here at the house. And then
Okay.
I just gave her my opinion.
Mm.
And then she accepted it by doing what my opinion is.
Okay. So she accepted your opinion by doing what you said. Okay. So
Sure,
you
but at the
you
first,
at
she
first,
misunderstood me, but yeah.
but eventually she understood it.
Mm.
Okay. Sige.
Sure, pero
So,
nagets niya naman.
okay, I don't know exactly what you told her, okay, but that was nice that she accepted it eventually. Um, Sometimes, when you give an opinion class, it depends on how you deliver it, right? Okay. So it depends on the delivery and the message of your opinion. So always remember, class, when you give your opinion, okay, since it's just your opinion, okay, you really have to slow down and be respectful, right? Okay. You do not immediately say that you should do this or that, things like that. You must tell something like, in my opinion, I think the best thing that you have to do is okay, blah blah blah. Or you may also tell her or him about your relationship with him or her, like, as your friend or as a person who cares for you, I think, okay. So that everything will be smooth flowing. Okay. Comparing it to directly saying your opinion. Okay. That one seems like understandable for anyone who will be hearing it, right? Okay, because it's soothing, it's not direct. Okay. Anyway, enough with that. So just like when voicing out your thoughts, okay, just like with what happened with Tamara and her ate, it is important to be respectful when writing an opinion. Now let's put giving your opinion written in a written way. So yeah, we should also be respectful. Next one, be gentle and stay to the truth. Yes. And you may state facts and testimonies to support your opinion. Okay, what are testimonies, class? So we already know that facts are based on research. Okay. So for example, we are giving our thoughts about death penalty. So we need to put facts about the cases of criminals here in the Philippines. That's why we agree that death penalty should be back again, things like that. How about testimonies? Okay, testimonies are, what are testimonies, class? Do you know what are testimonies?
Sir, I do not know.
Okay, Josiah is raising his hand. What are testimonies, Josiah?
Sir, yung mga patotoo ng mga tao.
Yes, in Tagalog, patotoo or yung mga sinasabi ng tao. Kasi testimonies, class, are based on someone's experiences. Okay, yun po yung testimonies na tinutukoy natin. For example, someone who have tried a certain medicine or over-the-counter drugs, ganon.
Someone who
Yun po
has
yung
went
tinatawag
through World
natin.
War II.
Yeah, someone who went through something. Okay, or an event, depende kung anong klaseng testimony ba yung hinahanap mo. Okay? These two class, facts and testimonies, are really good basis when giving your opinion. Okay? They are really a good basis. Para hindi lang siya basta-basta opinion na based on your perspective lang. Okay? Next. Okay? So I have here few examples class of persuasive essays. Okay? Why? Bakit siya napunta sa persuasive essay since we are just talking about writing one's opinion a while ago? So when you write your opinion class, basically, may halo na rin siyang persuasion. Do you know what is persuasion class? When we say persuasion, dito, hinihikayat mo na yung tao. Yes, it's like advertisement. You are already encouraging this person, okay, the reader, to believe on what you are saying. That's why it leads to persuasive essays. Okay, so let's try to read some persuasive essay examples, class, so that you will be uh, informed on how should you be writing a persuasive essay, because sooner or later I'll be asking you to do the same also, okay, to write a persuasive essay. Ito po ang sasabihin ni teacher regarding persuasive essay, class. Remember that you have to take sides. Okay, so when I say you have to take sides, hindi pwedeng during your essay you are neutral. Okay. People hate a neutral persuasive essay. Since you are persuading, basically, you have to take side, whether you are pros or cons. Okay? Whether you agree or disagree. Kailangan mo lang mamili ng isa, and then all throughout your essay, you have to prove that. You have to put facts, you have to put testimonies, anything under the sun that would support your thesis statement. Okay, later I'll explain what is a thesis statement. Anyway, here are the examples of persuasive essay. Let's have this first example. Okay, essay number 1, the title is Why Students Should Eat Breakfast Every Day. Okay, so this one is a bit common to all of us, but let's see. Okay, what is the side of the author? Okay, so let me read the first part. Let me just ask someone to read na lang. Okay. Yeah. Gabriel Dumalanta, will you try reading the first part until students? Just the thesis statement, until the thesis statement.
Sure, pati ba yung title?
No, you go immediately to the first word of the essay.
A lot of people, especially young people, go through the day without having breakfast. Many people believe that it is not necessary, or they say that they don't have time for that and begin their day with no meal. I believe that everyone should eat breakfast before going to their activities. The purpose of this paper is to show the importance of breakfast, especially for students.
Okay. So as what you can see, class, based on our observation, on the first two statement, okay, the person gave a background information regarding breakfast, right? Regarding people going through their day without having breakfast, things like that. And then, on the third and then on the fourth sentence, we can already see what the person is trying to prove on the entire essay, right? Sinabi na niya kung ano yung side niya. What is the side of the person, class? Does he believe that breakfast is important? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So he believes that breakfast is important. So all throughout class, we can already see reasons that he stated about having breakfast. Okay. So eto na, iko-contradict na niya yung other side. Ganun po ang gumawa ng persuasive essay. Okay. So, sige, ako na magbabasa para mabilis tayo. The first reason, okay, so there's a transition marker. When we say transition marker, dito natin malalaman that this one is his reason. Okay, I'm using his because I'm not sure of the person's gender. His is, what they call this? Generally used if you do not know the person's gender. Okay, the first reason why you should eat breakfast before going to school is for your health. Okay? When you skip breakfast and go to school, you are looking for a disease because it's not healthy to have an empty stomach all day long. Okay? Mas maganda pa sa ato essay niyan to class kung meron siyang references. Okay? Do you know how to use in-text citation? Anyone who have heard about in-text citation? O yung mga advanced na readers dyan, what is an in-text citation? Anyone? When you go to high school, you will encounter in-text citation. You don't know what is in-text citation yet? Wait, let me write. How do we write in-text citation? Isulat ko lang yung spelling. Wait, I think I have a marker here. Okay, in-text citation. Okay, I think I need to buy a whiteboard marker. This one. Okay, that's how you spell in-text citation. I'm sorry, it's mirror. Okay. When we say in-text citation class, this is yung according to, okay, basically kinuha niya yung mga statements na yon on a certain article that is reliable or in a book. Okay, according to apelido first, Garcia, and then you put a, what do you call this? Open and close parenthesis, you put the year when did Garcia publish this particular article. According to Garcia, 2020, for example. And then you put the statement. Skipping breakfast, okay, would make our stomach work empty, blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's how you do in-text citation. When you conduct researches soon, you will be using in-text citation. Okay, anyway, going through the next reason, another reason for eating breakfast is because you need food, okay, for to do well. Okay, there's a grammar error. For you to do well in your classes. Your body, bakit ang dami ng typo? Your body and your brain are not going to function as good as they could because you have no energy and no strength. Okay, yeah, that's right. When you try to learn something and have nothing in your stomach, you are going to have a lot of trouble succeeding. Okay. So class, did you eat your breakfast? Kumain ba kayo ng breakfast niyo before going to this Zoom meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Sure.
Yes, definitely. Kasi sabaw kayo kapag pumasok kayo sa klase na wala kayong kinain, 'di ba? Yung the feeling that you need to focus on the class but your mind is thinking about food. Okay? Medyo mahirap 'yon. Anyway, where are we? A lot of people think that they should not eat because they are going to feel tired, but that's not true. Okay. So nag-mention rin
Sir, si
siya
Elon
about
Musk, nagsuskip siya ng breakfast, sir. Elon Musk skips breakfast.
who's that?
Every
Is that
day,
a
sir.
famous person? Is that a
Sir,
famous
si Elon
person?
Musk. Si Elon Musk yung inventor ng Tesla at SpaceX.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm not into science. Okay, anyway, if that's what fits him, pero we are not encouraging you to skip breakfast, okay? Sabi niya dito, breakfast is not a very big meal. And on the contrary, you're going to feel tired if you don't have breakfast because you have spent the entire previous night, tama? This is true, without food. Yes, imagine, for example, you ate at 8 o'clock in the evening and then you have to wake up 6 a.m. So, basically, on those hours, 8 hours kang walang kinain. So, kailangan mo talaga mag-breakfast, right? Or else, madadagdagan yung time na wala kang kinakain. Okay. And then the last reason, so, how many reasons this person mentioned? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 big reasons. Okay. The last reason to have breakfast every day is because you can avoid diseases if you eat some breakfast in the morning. If you don't eat, you are going to get sick. Okay, so patapos na. And now, it's time for the wrap up, okay, or the conclusion. So for the conclusion, you have to realize, okay, so eto klasa, I also want you to realize that not all conclusions should start with, as a conclusion, or in conclusion, okay, hindi naman required yun when writing essays, okay? Very gas-gas na kasi in class when writing an essay. You can also say, aside from as a conclusion, dito. To wrap everything, okay, or to, what do you call this? To wrap up everything, okay, breakfast is really important, okay. Then you have to
Sir,
state
to
all the
wrap it up,
points. Oo, pwede rin yun. To wrap it up, okay, although to wrap it up is really somehow slang or informal din kasi minsan. Okay, anyway, where are we? It is time for you to do something for your health, okay? Eto na, on the last part class, the person is already suggesting that you have to do something, which is to eat breakfast. Okay. So this one is a good essay, except for the typos and grammatical error. Okay, we call it as grammatical error or grammar flaws class ha. It's not wrong grammar because there's no such thing as wrong grammar. Ha? Lagi nyo isipin yan. Medyo mali yung term na wrong grammar, okay? There's no such thing as wrong grammar, okay?
so
Grammar flaws.
so yung sasabihin mo na lang grammatical error?
Mm-mm. Okay, this essay has grammatical errors if it has a lot, or grammar flaws. When I say flaws, F-L-A-W-S, okay, not flaws like dental floss. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to let you see the second essay anymore. Basta yun. Ano natutunan natin today when writing a persuasive essays class? Can you tell me? Anyone? What have you learned based on the given example? What are the things that you have to keep in mind when writing a persuasive essay? Anyone? Okay, so let's just do a recap. Okay, Marcella. Thank you for raising your hand,
Choose a
Marcella.
side.
Come again?
Choose a side.
Okay, yes. Choose a side. Very good. Whether you choose pros or cons. Okay, pro or anti. Very good. Any more? Aside from choosing one side when writing a persuasive essay, what else? Okay. No one is raising his or her hand.
Sir, what's the question again?
What are the things that you have learned about writing a persuasive essay? Okay, walang gusto mag-recite. Okay, Chedrick. Ayan, Chedrick is raising his hand. Sige, Chedrick.
Sir, we should respect others' opinions.
Mm, that's about giving opinions. It's not mainly on writing a persuasive essay. But yeah, I will still consider that as a good answer. Okay, Marcella.
You're like shoving
Wait.
your babes into someone's throat.
Come again, Chedrick? You were saying something?
Yung parang pinipilit mo nga yung mga belief mo, sir.
Ha? Ulit, hindi ko narinig.
Sir, wag mo ipipilit yung belief mo, sir. Parang,
May sinabi ba akong ganon? So, wag mo
Teacher, parang
pipilit yung belief mo?
teacher, meron kasi yung mga ibang essay, sir, na ano, sir, na parang
Na?
pinipilit yung belief nila.
Well, that's the purpose of persuasive essay, di ba? Yun naman ang purpose ng essay. Na to. Persuasive nga, basically,